Welcome to a 5 of a kind video. I think I'm only the third person ever to do it, and it happened on this weekly pack. You can pause if you want. Now, on this weekly pack, I had been scumbagging away, as you can see right there. Total scumbag moves. And then this run happened. Now, like I just said, I think I'm only the third person in the world to ever do it, according to GrounderSap's website, which is the ultimate authority. And we'll get to what the pet is soon, but first, have a look at my run here. We lose there. We're on turn 7. This is a run with no identity whatsoever. We get Seal. You think that's sort of identity? And with Orangutan in this pack, as just about the only form of scaling, plus Seal, plus... Basically, there's no cat, there's no dragon, there's no T-Rex, there's no dragonfly. There's very little scaling. So I thought maybe I can get an orangutan and do some, porcupine things. That wasn't to be. And instead we go a different direction, which you'll find out very soon. Somehow we win. I couldn't tell you how. I mean, just take in my team for a second here. I think the fact that there's minimal scaling in this weekly makes it very interesting. This will be coming out on Thursday, so many of you who have been playing it have been noticing that every single cool guy, every cool person is running Leech, and usually with a Peacock. And because it's hard to get scaling, the Peacock dominates the mid game. But I thought that was boring. Somehow we win again. Couldn't tell you how. And we get to a stage now where it's turn 9. So you're about to find out the pet. I level and get Mammoth. And then I level and get Chicken. And I'm thinking maybe you go Mammoth and you Chicken and maybe you... Not too sure. So I roll once. And there it is. So I'm going to pause real quick. The pet is the Moose. Okay, so according to Grounder's website, as I'm floating off screen here, E did it on a weekly pack, and the Cockpit did it on a custom pack, and those are the only two people to have done it. And it makes sense, because it's a great scaler, but in customs, you're not going to be able to scale fast enough. So my run was going nowhere. And I decide I'm going to roll the dice. So we're going to lose this round and go down to 1 health. Funnily enough, if you watch my videos, you know that I got my first 2 5 of a kinds last week. When this new weekly came out, and the first thing I noticed was the lack of scaling. And I thought, you could probably do a moose. And I tried it a bunch of times and I didn't get there. And we get another moose, thank God. I tried it a bunch of times and I didn't get there, and I thought, maybe it's not going to happen. And now here we are on turn 10. Only 1 health. That's not good at all. However, we do have 3 moose. We decide not to roll the dice too much, and we're getting +3/+3 from all the moose. They mostly buff each other, which is great. So now we need 7 more wins. We can't afford a single loss. And, oh my god, this battle is so good. I have to go back. The Porcupine, we all know, is not a great unit. The Lynx hits the level 2 Porcupine, which returns serve and kills their Lynx. Then their Hawk finishes the job, which was lucky because it would have killed the Hawk back. But that actually allows the run to stay alive. So the Porcupine... It didn't end up being the build I was going for, but that Porcupine right there kept my run alive. And we roll into double Moose. So I don't think this was the best play, but I make the decision to bring in the Alpaca first, thinking that maybe a level 2 Moose will be the difference. It's a big call. And now I need to freeze high tiers. We freeze 5s. We don't get lucky, so we can't use that stake. We get another moose, we can't take it, but we will freeze it. And then we get lucky, we roll into a 5 and a 6. So right now, they're all level 5. The highest, or the lowest tier I had frozen was 5. So all 5 moose were giving a 5/5 buff to send. So +25, +25. And the breakpoints continue to be lucky to us here. There's the Leech Peacock cringe. We do have enough to get through. And it's scary, but we are through. And now I'm starting to think, wait, if we've just won those rounds, we're going to outscale everyone massively. We get our level 2 moose. That's big. And now we're freezing high tiers. And actually, we get so lucky. We roll into double pepper, and I'm like, dude, I'll take the meerkat as being the lowest tier because now I have double pepper. Worked out really well. I'm doing the game's job of unfreezing the pets, which it would have automatically done anyway. I'm just a good guy like that. We put our pepper either side, and we're on 5 wins. We're not out of the woods yet. There are some pretty funky combos you can get here. Our stats are just good enough to creep through. So yeah, I am no expert on this matter by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, this is I never really go for 5 of a kinds, but I will say that I think this is a great Moose Weekly if you can get them early enough. We're freezing. I'm happy to take a buff of 4, and we get it. So now we can bring in a stake. I think based on the fact that it's such a low scaling pack, it's actually quite a weird pack, if I'm being honest with you. This weekly pack. I don't know if I said at the start. Weekly 55, I believe it is. I think this is a great one to try and get moose. For those of you who are hunting 5 of a kinds, this guy has a level 3 moose. I have the equivalent of 6 moose on my team. I'm better than you. And you can see the stats starting to look really nice. We don't need chocolate. We're not leveling up any more moose. We're freezing. We want to see a tier 5. We want to see a tier 5 or 6. We get the 6. Great. So now +5 for all moose. That's doubled for the level 2. So that's plus... It's 30 attack, 30 health getting scattered across my team here. It's quite beautiful to watch. I've got my 2 staked mooses at the front and my peppers at the back. I should have the higher attack stake moose at the front, but I don't. And you can see right there, it instantly screws me. But it actually doesn't, because our wide scaling and a pack that lacks wide scaling gets us over the line. We're on 8. And it's pretty crazy. We were on 1 health from what, like turn 9 or something? We just want to bring in the hot dog. We roll into a bunch of tier 5s and 6s. We get the next 6. Bring in the hot dog. No use using the gold anymore. +30, +30. Once again, get scattered around the team. And look at our stats, man. A lot of these moose... What's the plural of moose is moose, right? The plural of moose is moose. So our moose, our moosies, our mooses, our moosen. All of our moose is... I'm confused. Close to 50-50. I can't believe I took that long to say it. I take forever to say nothing. I'm happy to take my +30 buff again. You can see it all getting scattered around. It's like they're all just handshaking each other. Look at us. We are men. I pondered position for a sec. God, this has gone quick. We're at the end. Take a look at the final stats. Here is the final battle. I feel like I should have done a Flame 96 just then. This is going to be our last battle. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all the generic stuff. Leave a nice comment. Shout out Flame. And there it is. My third 5 of a kind comes on something that only 2 other people have done. I'm ecstatic. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day. Peace.